In this episode of Fantasy Hockey Advice, I'll be talking about 5 goalies to watch out for next year. Number 5, Eddie Lack of the Carolina Hurricanes. Eddie Lack is going to be the number 1 goalie for the Carolina Hurricanes forward. He's going to get the number 1 goaltender job for the Carolina Hurricanes. If you are in head-to-head leagues, I would say take him in the late rounds. If you're playing in points league that gives you losses or deduction of points for goals against and losses, then I may avoid taking Eddie Lack. But Eddie Lack is a goaltender to watch for because he's the number 1 goalie. Number 4, Robin Lehner of the Buffalo Sabres. Robin Lehner is finally healthy this season, and he will be the number 1 goalie in Buffalo. Buffalo is going to get better as their core of young players is getting better. They're getting in their prime age, and they're only going to get better defensively. With Robin Lehner looking to be the number 1 goalie, and when he was healthy, he was playing very well. So you can probably get him in the late rounds as a steal because Buffalo isn't projected to be a very good team, but Buffalo can be a surprise team. Number 3, Michal Neuvirth of the Philadelphia Flyers. Even though Michal Neuvirth splits time with Steve Mason in Philadelphia, I feel like the Flyers play better as a team when Michal Neuvirth is in goal. Michal Neuvirth had a spectacular GAA and save percentage when he played in goal for the Flyers last season. So I may take a gamble and take Michal Neuvirth if he's available in the late rounds, just for my GAA and save percentage purposes in head-to-head leagues. Number 2, Thomas Greiss, New York Islanders. Thomas Greiss may have taken over the number 1 job with the Islanders with his performance in the playoffs, which means Yaroslav Halak may be traded from the Islanders because they need the cap space to sign some players. And they will probably go forward with the tandem of Thomas Greiss and J.S. Berube. If they go forward with Greiss and Berube, you can definitely bank on Greiss being number 1 and him being a reliable fantasy asset. But it will be a gamble because he hasn't been a proven number 1 goalie in the NHL yet. So it will be a high risk pick. Number 1, Matt Murray, Pittsburgh Penguins. Matt Murray could be the number 1 goalie for the Pittsburgh Penguins next year. Matt Murray was the goaltender the Penguins went with in the playoffs. So if he's the goaltender they went with in the playoffs, that means that he's the goalie they trust, right? Not necessarily, because when you have Marc-Andre Fleury as your goalie, and he's getting paid $5 million a season, you're not just going to bench him. He's probably going to still play. So I think you're going to go with the 1A, 1B tandem. When you have the luxury of a Fleury-Murray tandem, you're probably going to split the goaltending duties evenly, or 60-40 somehow. But you cannot afford to play Murray as a workhorse because 1, he probably isn't ready to be a workhorse yet, and 2, it would be smart to give Fleury some games so he's not just sitting on the bench with $5 million cap hit. So those are the 5 goalies I would say to be watched in fantasy hockey next year. Eddie Lack, Robin Lehner, Michal Neuvirth, Thomas Greiss, and Matt Murray. Next episode of Fantasy Hockey Advice, I'll be talking about 5 defensemen to watch out for next year.